And welcome to another FAQ Monday. FAQ Monday number 46, to be exact. Really doesn't feel like 46. Nah. At any rate, today we're going to answer some wonderful, heartfelt, well thought out questions. And I am going to give some wonderful, heartfelt, not very well thought out answers. Seems fair, right? First question. You've probably already been asked about this, but have you tried it, heard the PRS Archon? Regardless, what will your thoughts be on it? I indeed have been asked a gazillion times if I have tried the new PRS Archon amp, and the answer is no. I have not tried it yet. I contacted PRS and they said, yeah, we might send you out one. And then they never got back to me. And they're impossible to keep in stock anywhere. And from the clips I've heard, it sounds absolutely lovely, but I have not tried one, so I cannot really give my honest opinion yet, obviously. However, like I said, from everything I've heard, it sounds absolutely incredible. Hey Fluff, I hope you have a great Christmas and an awesome New Year. I couldn't help but notice that in your last FAQ Monday, you had a copy of Songs for the Deaf on vinyl in the background. Are you a big Queens of the Stone Age fan? What do you think of Josh Homme in particular? Thanks! Yes, indeedy, that, oh, you can barely see it, it's right there, is a 2011 reissue from Ipecac Records of the Queens of the Stone Age classic, Songs for the Deaf. I actually bought two of them because they're so hard to find. I paid almost nothing for them. They are brand new and they were sealed, and it was amazing. I bought one to play because obviously I want to play it and hear it and listen to it. Then the other one is gonna be on display somewhere when my studio gets redone, which will be soon by Acoustic USA, which it'll look all fancy pants in here, and it's gonna be cool. But anyway, yes, I am a huge Queens of the Stone Age fan. I first saw them on 120 Minutes when they debuted the Lost Art of Keeping a Secret video. I was at a friend's house and he had MTV on in the background. You know, you go over to your friend's house and they have a few people over, you're drinking some beers. 120 Minutes was on. Boy, this was a long time ago. It was like 2002, I think, 2001. And what struck me was the xylophones, and Josh looked so unique. He looked like a drawing in that video, just with the camera angle and stuff. And I went out and bought Rated R. And then of course Songs for the Deaf came out with Dave Grohl on drums, and I totally flipped out, and I just thought this record is unbelievable and is absolutely one of the top 5 favorite records of all time for me personally. And I would absolutely put it up in an international or intergalactic battle of the bands. Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. Oh yeah, I'll submit that for Earth's Champion any day of the week. I love Josh. I love what he does. I love his work ethic, as seen recently on Sonic Highways. I like that he keeps it real, and he's just an all-around cool guy. And I totally respect everything he does, and I aspire to be like Josh, although I will never ever get close. Sad face. Hi Fluff. What really is the difference between an EL34 and a 6L6? There are several differences between the two tubes, but mainly it's mid-range. The EL34 will have less low end and more mid-range bark, and the 6L6 will be much fatter and rounder and have less bite. But really that is so subjective, and that really depends on the amp that it is going into. What I just described is a gross generalization. If the amp is built around a particular tube, then that tube is the best for that particular application. For example, in the Marshall style circuits, I really like EL34s. However, in the Mesa Boogies and for example, the Rhodes Gemini that I have, they were built around 6L6s, and that's what I think sound best in them. Although EL34s do sound great, and they will definitely color your tone a little bit more. It's just all up to you and what you prefer. Then there's all sorts of offshoots. You know, the KT77 is really like an EL34 in the mid-range, but has the low end of the 6L6. Then you can go into KT88s and KT66s and 6550s and all sorts. It's just a huge rabbit hole. I went down the power tube rabbit hole for a while, and it got so expensive, especially when you get into the new old stock stuff. Crazy expensive. I don't recommend going down that rabbit hole, but definitely if you can, and if you have an amp that can take different power tubes, definitely try them out. If you want to hear the sonic differences in a mix, I made this video a very long time ago, so go easy on me, but you can kind of hear the differences in there. This week, my suggestion is to bone up on the band Thrice. Thrice has been such a huge influence in my musical life and my life in general ever since they came around in about 2000. But they disbanded a few years ago, and recently their website now posts a picture that says Thrice 2015. I don't know what's going on, but I think all of you should bone up and check out the entire catalog from Thrice. My favorite albums are The Illusion of Safety, The Artist in the Ambulance, Biasu, and those are good places to start, especially something like Artist in the Ambulance. I think that'll be a good starting point, and then you can branch off from there. But if you haven't already heard them, please check out Thrice. They're amazing, and I love them so much. And that is all the time I have for you guys this week. If you have a question, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments or on my Ask FM account. And as always, I am Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bet you thought I was going to do something funny post end credit, didn't you? Didn't you? Nothing funny today. There's no funny here. Just me and my Scrabble cup. Nothing funny though.